Thank you guys for joining us. You are now tuned into Food and Fragrances. I am Madar, your host today for a fragrance review, amongst many other things that we talk about on this channel, which would be other fragrance related topics. But today we will be touching upon a review for a fragrance that I kinda like. So what is it? I'm sure you guessed by the title of the video. We're talking about Zaharoff's Signature Bloom. Now, before we get into the nitty and gritty stuff, just make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. I think we're sitting at 453 subscribers, which I thank you so much for. It's absolutely just mind-boggling to me that I have 453 people that tune in and listen to my voice. So I truly appreciate it, and honestly I want to grow the channel. I want to do the most, so please help me get there, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. Light up that comment section, let me know what your scent of the day is, and if you've tried this fragrance, let me know what your thoughts are or your favorites from this house. Awesome. So let's roll the music. I'll get back, and then when I get back we'll touch upon this fragrance and I'll tell you my thoughts. Peace. All right, welcome back. So, as you guys can tell from the title of the video, we will be talking about Zaharoff's Signature Bloom. Now, Signature Bloom is one of the newer releases, and I know I may be a little bit late to this party because there is a new fragrance being released as of this month, June, which is called Seraphine Blue. Now, I know that's going to catch some waves, so I already have my bottle ordered. It's on its way, and I can't wait to jump on that review and let you guys know what my thoughts are. So, I do want to preface this review and say that I do like white florals. Okay. Now, as you know, this release, Signature Bloom, is based off of a white floral structure, meaning that you're going to notice that there's a ton of jasmine, there is gardenia in here, there's other elements of florals which really kind of lend more of a backdrop to the white florals, such as red peony and ylang ylang, but the main point of emphasis is the white florals. So I'm going to preface this by saying is, if you don't like white florals, then you're going to react to this fragrance a little bit differently. If you're a person who likes white florals and the other combination of notes that have been used in this fragrance, which I'll touch upon in my, my experiences with it, then stay tuned, because honestly I think we're in for a treat with this release. It's really awesome. So, Signature Bloom, this is what it looks like. Really beautiful bottle. The thing that I love about Zaharoff is there's so much consistency, and there's little different nuances amongst the bottles that he releases. For example, the biggest nuance and difference that I noticed with this, other than the design, obviously, like the printed design, is the cap. The cap has such a nice delicate feel to it. Like it's different than the other caps. It has a little bit of a texture to it, which is very smooth, and it just feels very nice in hand. But amongst everything, you're gonna notice that over here you have a black atomizer, nice low profile, so it keeps everything nice and fit with a beautiful click. You can hold the bottle by the cap. The design is actually really awesome, and plus it's high quality thick glass. Like, there's levels to the details that I absolutely love when it comes to fragrance releases. So, moving back to the scent profile. Now, when you take a look at the notes, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, is this just a white floral bomb? Is there just, because there's 3 elements of jasmine in this fragrance, going from the opening all the way to the base notes. In my opinion, it has elements of the white florals in here, which do not overextend itself. How? If there's that many white florals, how? How can you be so sure? The biggest take that I have from this is right from the opening, you're going to get a beautiful coconut. Now, the coconut, in my opinion, is so creamy, it almost leans into a lactonic type of feel, right? So it's very creamy, it's very like milky in a sense. And that white floral that has elements of sharpness gets tamed and brought back down, which lends itself so elegantly and so beautifully. It almost has that type of signature DNA that you're known to when you deal with Zaharoff fragrances. But this is so elegant and so enjoyable and so, excuse my, I guess, lack of verbiage here, but vibey. It's a vibe. The coconut, and I'm not a fan of coconut. In a good portion of my fragrances, I just kind of avoid coconut. But the coconut and sandalwood combination in this fragrance is so good. It's so comforting. It's like it's meant for the soul. Now, I know you guys know that I like white florals if you've seen some of my other videos. I think for Valentine's Day, the video that I released, my scent of that night was Carnal Flower from Frederick Mall. And how I describe that fragrance is walking into a florist shop, the cool freezer is there or the cool fridge is there, and it's housing all the white florals, keeping them nice and fresh. You get that beautiful bouquet and element of a nice white floral. That's what it feels like. You're walking into a florist and you get that element. Signature Bloom is you handing over that beautiful bouquet with love to your significant other. That's what it feels like. And I'm not talking about, you know, taking the bottle, spraying it on your hand like this, right? And then just nose diving. I'm not talking about that. Although it's very nice. It's very nice, actually. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the wearing experience. The wearing experience is just, it feels like love. It feels like a vibe. Fun fact, the first time that I wore this fragrance, and I mean wore, like full on wear, summer was just creeping in. It just started. At least here in Toronto, and I was just like, let me just go for a drive. I need my windows down, things like that. So I had my windows down, sprayed my fragrance, and I'm driving. I have my sunglasses on, sun's beaming down, and it was just like, yeah, turn the music on louder, drive a little bit faster, get a little bit more airflow inside the car, turn the AC off, and enjoy life. That's kind of what I felt with this. And that's the vibe to me that, you know, is irreplaceable when it comes to other types of fragrances. I just love that type of situation where you don't feel like you're necessarily wearing a fragrance, but you feel like you're wearing something that's a mood enhancer, right? That's a blessing. So really, really, really enjoyed the wearing experience with this. And I think that if you kind of listen to reviewers that just do the whole spray and, oh yeah, it smells like white floral. Yeah, of course. No shit. It's a white floral fragrance. Of course it's going to smell like a white floral. But it's more so the vibe. It's more so what you're getting with it, right? So when you're talking about a coconut sandalwood combination, you're going to notice the elements in this fragrance that really complement such a divine composition. So for example, we have sugarcane in this fragrance. We have vanilla in this fragrance. We have amber in this fragrance, and none of these elements seem out of place. It seems like the whole composition is made with a purpose, and the purpose is to enjoy the beautiful white florals that is just sitting in the background and being tamed by all of these smooth, creamy, softer elements. It's just absolutely, absolutely divine. It's really, really awesome. Smelling like that, you know, sometimes I get elements of like a toastier type of coconut with maybe the vanilla and amber kicking through. And then other times I get elements of just a creamy lactonic white floral coconut sandalwood combination, which is just, I just love it. I love it. I love it. To me, I've worn this fragrance quite a bit. I think I've worn this more than a lot of the things that you see in the background since I've gotten this bottle. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a slight little, you know, dent in here, which for a newer fragrance, I mean, that's pretty damn good. You know, I'm not gonna say, you know, I'm not wearing it. So, I think Signature Bloom is one of those fragrances that you need to trust your nose, right? If you're curious about white florals, if you're, you know, not too much of a lover of a white floral, see how you like it. If you want something that's a little bit more creamier, something that's a little bit more woodsier, sweeter, has a tiny bit of sweetness with it. And again, I'm not saying a sweetness which is like, oh my god, this is just like, this is gourmand. No, no, no. This is a sweetness that tames the sharpness of the white florals, which I love. And I'm not a sweet fragrance wearer at all. I just don't like that. As a bigger dude, I think the last thing you want to do is smell like a bakery. It's just, to me, I don't know about those ones. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. I don't want to be going around smelling like a croissant. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thing. I love the sweetness elements to this fragrance, and again, I think it's crafted really, really well. So let's talk about the categories that I review the fragrance in. So packaging, box. So the box, in my opinion, is really nice. It's designed really, really well. You know, I think it's definitely something that is very friendly, very open to just, you know, kind of seeing the thought process behind the fragrance, right? You get a whole bunch of white florals scattered around. It has depth in there. It's just, it's creative. It's nice. It's visually appealing. That's what I kind of like when you're talking about a more universal fragrance type of release, right? I think the fragrance is super affordable, and to spend and unnecessarily spend on packaging to boost up the cost of the fragrance is not necessarily necessary in this particular case, because you want this to be something that people can enjoy and enter into the game and just find a new love, right? So with what is done with the fragrance, I think it's really cool. I like it. You know, it's nice, it's simple, but it's also something that looks really cool. So packaging, nice. Bottle design, as I mentioned, I think the bottle design is really, really nice. The thing that I love about Zaharoff fragrances is that there's so much consistency amongst the product line. The caps are interchangeable, so if you want to kind of switch things up, if you finish the fragrance and you kind of want to put a different color cap on a bottle, you're more than welcome to. Again, all the bottle designs in terms of shape look identical. The sprayer is really, really nice. As you saw earlier, leaves a beautiful oil mist on the hands. And again, the cap I really like. I like the textural contrast with the cap that has a little bit of differentiation from the other caps. It feels very smooth, very, very nice. Like, it's just, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from some of the other blogs that I've watched, he said he wanted to emanate, you know, touching a flower, like a petal of a flower, and that type of feel with it, which, well done. Well done. Now, in terms of scent profile, I think the scent profile, if you're a fan of white florals, I think you're going to love it. I really do think you're going to love this fragrance. But as always, please sample. Sample first, because how I feel about a fragrance may not be how you feel about a fragrance. I'm going to be as honest as possible. I genuinely love almost everything. Right, I love my tobaccos, I love my vetivers, I love my florals, I love my roses, I love my white florals, I love, except for sweet, like the, you know, the gourmand stuff, Vanilla, I'm still kind of working my way through, but yeah, either way. Yeah, like I do like a lot, but white florals to me hits because I love that sharpness with the white floral, and then being tamed by other ingredients. So yes, so trust your nose, get a sample, see how you feel with it. But for me, the scent profile is a very happy feeling. I think In warmer weathers, you get this beautiful lactonic, creamy coconut sandalwood combination mixed with some beautiful sweet elements of sweetness, like again vanilla, amber, ylang ylang. You kind of get a little bit in the background, some myrrh kind of kicking around in there, toning everything back towards the white floral type of feel. The composition to me is a very happy feeling composition that isn't out there. It isn't like bursting here and there, bursting here and there. And as I'm moving, oh my gosh, the scent profile that I'm getting is phenomenal. Also, that's in warmer weather. In cooler weather, oh my goodness, this actually feels different. Like it feels positively different, like I'm wearing a different type of fragrance. It has more elements of the sharpness that comes through, and the cold kind of literally lends itself to the warmer ingredients that I'm feeling, such as the amber and vanilla, and it really kind of sharpens it a tiny bit, which kind of gives you a different vibe of an element of a wearing experience, where in my opinion then I start gaining a little bit more confidence as I'm wearing this, and I feel like, okay, I'm ready to take on the day. In summer, I'm like, yo, I'm enjoying this, I'm vibing, I like this is a cool, chill type of feel, bring more of it on. And the cooler elements, I'm just like, yeah, now I'm confident, let's get stuff done type of feel. And you still smell amazing doing that. So scent versatility, I really like it on this one. I feel like you can wear it year round, in my opinion. I would even go as far as saying I'd wear this in winter. I think this would be phenomenal in winter. So I can't wait when I can't wait. I hate the cold, but when winter comes, I can't wait to try this one out. As much as I hate the cold, but it is what it is. I'll give it a shot and we'll see how it rolls. So the bottle only comes in a 60 ml. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily a limited release. I would have loved to see this in 120 ml. To me personally, I would crush a 120 ml easily. But regardless, 60 ml is what the bottle comes in, maybe for now. Maybe there's future, ideas of a larger bottle release depending on sales. But as a 60 ml bottle, it's great, really affordable in my opinion, especially to add as a nice versatile scent that could be worn year round. I think, it's fine. 60 ml is fine, but I personally would have loved a 120 ml bottle. So excellent release in my opinion. Now, when we talk about sillage, the sillage is very, very nice. In my opinion, I think the sillage kind of hovers to, I'd say, about an arm's length away from you when it comes to the wearing experience. It's not overpowering. It's not something that's going to be a room filler, but as you kind of move your arms around and as you kind of like explore and do tasks, and let's say you're going for a drive, you have your arm outside, of the window, and the wind is kind of hitting it, your scent trail will be really, really nice. It'll be really, really nice, and that will kind of fill up the area around you and really lend itself as a beautiful wearing experience. Now, the performance of this fragrance is actually, in my opinion, I think a lot of where it shines as well, because I remember the first time that I wore this, actually the second time that I wore this, I was going to an event, to Niche Essence, and I was wearing it. We go to the event, go to the restaurant, go chill, do fragrance related, stuff. And then I was like, let me go to my fiance's house. I'm going to go and visit her, because I was in the area as well. And I go, we're chilling, we're sitting together, and she's like, yo, whatever you're wearing today smells amazing. He's like, did you just spray this? I was like, no. I'm like, this has been sprayed like 4.5 hours ago. She's like, this smells like it's been freshly sprayed. That's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. So longevity, in my opinion, is really, really good with this fragrance. It's one of the best bang for your bucks, in my honest opinion, when it comes to longevity, scent quality, scent profile, and also the value for what you pay. Now, given that this is a 60 ml bottle, the price of the fragrance is pretty good. in my opinion. The price is $155 USD for a 60 ml. $216 Canadian for a 60 ml. That's really good. That's really good. When you're talking about scents like this, to me, this is more wearable than Carnal Flower from Frederick Malle. And Carnal Flower from Frederick Malle is up there in price. Or if you're getting into niche fragrances, let's just say niche fragrances. And Zaharoff is one of those fragrances that you hear quite a bit within the community. Its entry point for newer to niche individuals is fantastic. You get beautiful quality fragrances, you get wearable fragrances, which I think is the biggest key point right now. And you just get something that's just, you know, it's going to be memorable. I think when it sits there in your collection, you're going to look at all the other expensive stuff that you may have, or maybe all the other inexpensive stuff that you may have, and you might just gravitate to that and just be like, yeah, this is what I want to wear. Right? So I think the price proposition for the fragrance that you get is really, really good. So, you know, kudos to Zaharoff and the team, to Claudia. I think both of you guys have made a wonderful, wonderful offering. To me, Signature Bloom is a hit. I love it just as much to me as Signature Helvetii Black Rose. So I think it's up there. You got the Helvetii Black Rose, you got Signature Bloom, kind of like the light and dark elements, kind of depending on how you feel. But I really, really, really love this fragrance, to the fact that, let's go with the final score. Yeah, you guys ready? So the final score is 86%. So far, I think this is the highest that we've rated a fragrance on the channel since I've introduced the rating structure. So I think this fragrance is really, really phenomenal. And again, this will come with a slight bias that I do like white florals a lot. So, you know, if you're a fan of white florals, I think, you know, the score will be in the same category and expectation of what you might be feeling. But do not hesitate to give this a try, everyone. Like, honestly, I think it's worth at least getting your nose on and making a decision for yourself, right? That's the biggest thing. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. As you can see, as the review was kind of going on, I did start to get a little bit stuffier. I am battling a cold, which I was recovering from. But as I talk longer, it just starts kicking back in. So that's why I haven't made content. But I do appreciate your patience. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about this fragrance. There's going to be more content coming shortly in the future. So please, please, please subscribe, you know, throw up a like, and play through the videos. It really, really, really does help me. So thank you guys for sticking it with me. 86% on Signature Bloom from Zaharoff. Really, really awesome score. Is it going to be topped? Let's see. Have a great one, everyone. Peace out, love, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.